The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus left Nazareth and withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. Then out came a Canaanite woman from that district and started shouting, "Sir, Son of David, take pity on me. My daughter is tormented by a devil." But he answered her not a word. And his disciples went and pleaded with him. "Give her what she wants," they said, "because she is shouting after us." He said in reply, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." But the woman had come up and was kneeling at his feet. "Lord," she said, "help me." He replied, "It is not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the house dogs." She retorted, "Yes, sir, but even house dogs can eat the scraps that fall from the master's table." Then Jesus answered her, "Woman, you have great faith. Let your wish be granted." And from that moment, her daughter was well again. The Gospel of the Lord. This incident and this experience in the life of Christ brings to us two very important messages. First of all, that Jesus Christ was a human being as we are. That Jesus was a person who had emotions, who had feelings, who could cry, who could be sorry, who could be sad, and could be hopeful and full of joy. This was Jesus in front of a woman who was a Canaanite. The Canaanites were enemies to the Jews. And in a strict observance of the law of his time, he should not have even spoken to her, let alone do what he did. He let this woman come to him, speak to him, plead to him. And at first, this woman told him to help her. Jesus started to reflect on the plan of God for his life. See the humanity of Jesus, not only in his emotions and his way of being sorry for people in need, but also his humanity is seen here, that he was not sure 100% of the plan of God for him. He had the idea coming from the Old Testament, which he knew very well, that he came as the Messiah of the Israel, of the one particular race, the people of Israel. And so he answered this woman, "It is not fair. I did not come for you, especially you as an enemy of the Jews. I did not come for you. I came only for Israel." This was the idea as a human being, searching to do the will of God in his life. And look, and it had to be the faith of this woman, the humility of this woman, the insistence of this woman to bring Jesus to his senses and starting asking himself, what is the plan of God for me? Did God send me here only for Israel, for the Jews, or for all humanity? Is this not a human being that I have in front of me? These are the questions that Jesus was asking himself. And these are the questions sometimes that we put to ourselves because we have our doubt. Am I doing the will of God in my life or not? And Jesus asked this question. Yes, And then moved by the faith, particularly of this woman. She had great faith. She was even almost insulted by Jesus when he told her, "You are a house dog." She did not bother about that. Her faith, her love for her daughter. She insisted, continued to insist, and Jesus gave her what she wanted, cures and healing. Last Sunday we started to mention the 10 points of Pope Francis for good living, which he gave in an interview to an Argentinian paper or magazine. And we mentioned the first 5, and I promised you that today we finish the whole 9 points that he mentioned in that interview. The first 5 we mentioned: live and let live, be giving of yourself to others, proceed calmly in life, a healthy sense of leisure, he spoke, and then the last one was keep Sunday for the family. These were the first 5. Now the next 4, they combine so well with the incident that Jesus has of the woman. He wanted to give her fulfillment in life. He wanted to give her healing. He wanted to give her, once again, her family back in normal circumstances. And this is what Pope is suggesting when he gave us these tips, so that we too have fulfillment in life, have good living. And the next one is, the Pope is very much concerned, Pope Francis is concerned by the lack of jobs for young people and the lack of work for young people, in spite of the high education that so many of them take in degrees. We know there are great problems here next to us in Italy, where we have so many jobless young people, although they are highly qualified in different matters of education and university degrees, and yet they can't find a job. And this is what the Pope is asking politicians especially, to create new jobs for young people. Find innovative ways to create dignified jobs for young people. We need to be creative with young people. If they have no opportunities, they will get into drugs and be more vulnerable to suicide. Even this to Malta. The high rise of suicide incidents, even in Malta, for young people, because they lack fulfillment in life. They are afraid of finding their career or passing exams, finding a decent job for their life. This also is a problem for our Maltese young people. Number 7, respect and take care of nature. The Pope is reminding us, environmental degradation is one of the biggest challenges we have, he said. I think a question that we are not asking ourselves is this: isn't humanity committing suicide with this indiscriminate and tyrannical use of nature? Even a little things of respecting nature, we should take care of this in ourselves, in our way of living, in respecting nature, in respecting trees, in respecting birds and so many living things that we have around us. This is what the Pope is appealing. Number 8, stop negative. Stop being negative. We are so often negative in our lives. We are influenced mainly by the news that we see on the media, on TV, on papers, which are 90% negative news. And so we are influenced and we become negative too. No, we are people of good news. We have Jesus, who loves life, who loves fulfillment in life, who loves company, who loves the friends, who loves the family. So we should always always look at the silver lining in any situation that we are in. This is not being negative, and this is what the Pope is explaining. Needing to talk badly about others indicates low self-esteem. This is a hobby very often common to people, that they like gossiping, they like speaking of others, especially when they are not in their presence. And that is a show of low self-esteem. And the Pope says, that means I feel so low that instead of picking myself up, I have to cut others down. Let go of negative things quickly is a healthy attitude. Number 9, and the last one the Pope gave us. Don't proselytize. Respect other beliefs. This might be a contradiction when we speak of evangelization. The Pope is telling us, don't try to convert all the way. We have so many, sometimes angry feelings about the attitude of certain Muslim people, not only in but in the world, how they behave against Christians. And we sometimes feel that we should do the same, that we should not allow them the freedom to practice their religion. No, the Pope is saying, no, don't do that. Let everyone feel free to find God in his own way, respecting other people's beliefs. At the same time, the most important way of evangelizing the world is by being witnesses of the love of God that we have, of loving other people, of forgiving other people. This is the way that we can evangelize, by being witness of the good news that we have received from Christ and living it to the full. When we live the good news of Christ in our lives, we are evangelizing, because we are showing other peoples of other religions, see how much we love, how much we live our faith. We love you, we respect you, and we let you live what you want to live by finding your own way to God. These are the 9 points of the Pope Francis that I remind you, you can see them again and go through them again, because they are worth looking at them again through the website of the Millennium Chapel, www.millenniumchapel.com. And there, finding Sunday homilies, you can find also, again, these 9 points of Pope Francis. Let's recite together this prayer. Dear God, so often I feel as I am a lost sheep. I feel alienated and isolated from the rest of the praying community, because I do not think their thoughts or share their feelings. Help me to use my woundedness to heal the pain of others. Help me to recognize that my sense of being a foreigner can be salvific. If I let you be my God and truly believe that I am among your chosen ones. Amen.